We recently purchased and had the opportunity to test out the Bissell heavy-duty power steamer.
Hey guys, pardon this interruption. Just want to let you guys know that we're going to break this up into sections. So look down in the descriptions for the different chapters of this video. All right, back to it.
In this video, I will show before and after uses of how we use this versatile tool in and around our home. This video will include what's inside the box as well as some uses in and around your home and how you can use it going forward.
Okay, so the first thing that we'll do is go ahead and open the box and check out what's all inside. Comes with quite the assortment of tools straight out of the box. Useful for all kinds of things around the house. Things are ready to go straight out of the box. They click right into place, getting you ready to go in no time. The outboard water container holds about 12 ounces of demineralized or distilled water, which does go by fairly rapidly, so be prepared to fill this multiple times for high use areas. The onboard heater goes up to about 240 degrees, way past boiling point, to create a chemical-free steam method of cleaning. The power steamer did a very good job on our bathroom trim as well as the grout throughout our home. And it was slightly embarrassing exactly how much dirt came up out of this, but it was nice to see it go back to its original color. Our house does use well water, creating quite the mineral buildup in and around our water type appliances. The power steamer had no trouble blasting through all of this material. Using the nylon brush, we were able to get most of the calcifications off of the dishwasher, leaving it nice and shiny. Next up was the oven with all the baked on grease. With this, we use a combination of the scrubbing pad, the nylon soft bristle brush, as well as the brass bristle brush. The cool thing about the power steamer is the versatility and the tools that come with the set. You can kind of change things up to your needs and get great results. After about an hour's time of scrubbing, the results were fairly promising. Now, I will admit, things on this oven were fairly dirty. So after about 2 hours of decent application of the power steamer, we had positive results that things were starting to shine and be clean. And here's about a year's worth of grease at the bottom of our oven. After about 5 minutes of work with the power steamer and very little elbow grease, the blade attachment did a remarkable job bringing off a huge thick layer of baked on grease. I honestly cannot speak highly enough about this device, especially for this here. It did absolutely brilliant in the oven. Very, very good job, Bissell. And here is just an absolutely remarkable job that the Bissell PowerSteamer did for our oven. Very, very pleased. The steamer did a pretty decent job here in the microwave. Try the inside here. I will say that using it in this mode here, it was very difficult to access the recesses of this microwave. All right, so we have the extension wand here with the brush. So I went ahead and popped on the extension wand and the nylon brush, and I was able to kind of get back into those hard to reach areas. So for the glass stovetop here, we typically reach for a specific formulation for cleaning this. We went ahead and used the power steamer here, and it did a very good job getting a lot of those smudges and baked on grease off of the glass stovetop. Not terrible, not bad. Cool. Here's a demonstration of Hardwood Floors, the before and after. Notice that it's not a very shiny finish as there's no chemicals involved, but it did a very good job getting a lot of the dirt off of the hardwood floor. And here in the entry mudroom, it was kind of hard to tell whether or not the PowerSteamer actually did anything, but on close inspection of the grout, it actually did quite a decent job here, getting a lot of that caked on mud and stuff out of the grout. Here's a before image of our bathroom floor. Now, it should be said that the Bissell PowerSteamer is easy to maintain in the hand, especially when things like this operation here, a lot of the weight is on the attachment head itself. So the wrist and the forearm doesn't exactly fatigue quite as quickly as, say, a chest or even overhead type of maneuver. One thing that needs to be mentioned is some of this breakdown on these grout attachments is fairly aggressive. Actually, with just one use here, a lot of the bristles have already fallen off. So if durability is an issue, this should be noted. The kit does come with 4 of each attachments, so you do have backups, but just so you know, going forward, you might need to consider replacing. It was clean, post grout, post big. And as you can see here, I'm using the extension wand plus the grout attachment, and I would say overall this is the most comfortable method of cleaning grout that I found, as it really didn't require a whole lot of strain on my part at all, and it did a very, very decent job getting a lot of that built-in dirt out of this grout, as you can see. Unclean, clean. Shower.
One place in our house that I was really interested to see how the PowerSteamer performed is in our shower area here. As you can see, there's quite the residue buildup, and we actually use a combination of the soft nylon bristles as well as the concentrator steam attachment.
Inside, just gross. Yeah, we're gonna get after it with this steamer here.
All of the attachments can be mounted upside down as well for easier access to different areas of your house. This came in handy with this nozzle attachment here. It was fairly impressive how easily a lot of this caked on debris came off with one pass of the PowerSteamer. And here's some of the dirty evidence for you.
Misuse. Did a decent job.
Overall, the PowerSteamer did a very good job in getting this metal back to its original shine. Included in the kit is a window squeegee, and I must say that the PowerSteamer actually did a very good job in leaving no streaks left behind with all of our windows in our home, as well as the shower door here. So good job, Bissell. And the window squeegee did a very good job on this window here, which has approximately 7 years worth of kids' fingerprints and dog nose prints on it. And here's the first time in a long time that we can actually see through this window.
One single pass.
And as we mentioned earlier, there's quite the calcium buildup around our water sources in our house. So the PowerSteamer did a very good job in removing all of that buildup.
We did find the nozzle attachment especially handy here on the refrigerator, getting into these little crevices in and around the ice maker, as there was a lot of calcium buildup to access. The PowerSteamer did a very good job, minus where the ice typically comes out. Those are just some hard to reach areas, so my expectations were not super duper high. Overall, very pleased with the outcome. It's worth noting again that we have very hard water here, and as you can see from the kitchen faucet, there was quite a bit of buildup on the underside. And as I mentioned earlier, you can actually flip the attachments, all of them, in this case the nozzle, to aim upwards to really get into those hard to reach areas. Just kind of blast away that calcium. Did a very, very good job. Wiped away super easily here. That's several years worth of buildup there. And my wife just kind of getting after it with a toothpick and just really cleaning this thing up very nicely.
So this can be flipped 90 degrees here.
I do think that in due time, using the PowerSteamer enough, this buildup here on this faucet head can come off, but there's so much of it, it's probably going to take quite a few passes.
Well, when you went there, it was like at 7 or 8, and most of the beds were full, so.
Next up, we tested the fabric attachment on this old white chair. The pad that goes along with the fabric attachment appears to be like a microfiber material.
I got on there, 30 seconds.
With this, it did not seem that the dirt came off right away. It just kind of moved the dirt around.
No, it's a loosey-goosey attached by Velcro kind of thing.
The chair was fairly damp after using it for about 20 minutes on the whole chair. And judging by the pad here, it does look like some dirt did come off of that chair. And this is how the chair looks the next day. It's hard to tell if the PowerSteamer removed much dirt at all versus just kind of moved it around the fabric.
Here's the dirty mopping
And
pad
this is how the
after
mop pads
2
appear
uses
after
in
2
the
episodes of
washer,
washing with
including
OxyClean. Might need to start
OxyClean
using
to try
bleach.
to get out this dirt and grime.
Okay, and that's the review for the Bissell PowerSteamer Heavy Duty 3-in-1 Cleaner. This video brought you value, just some things that you can do in and around your home using this tool. I found it to be an incredibly useful tool, and I'm sure that we're going to find a lot of use for it going forward in our family and in our home. I think it'll make a nice addition to the current lineup of tools that we have in our house to keep things tidy and fresh. If you don't mind subscribing to the channel, I will have more reviews for all of you in the future.